Hey, we back. I'm here on Karuta today, where we're talking about dojos. We have a new update, which is pretty cool, and we're going to be using it to get a bunch of levels on our characters in a minute. But first, let me just go through what it entails. So, Craig has apparently been listening to feedback from many players, which is marvellous. Training mode often results apparently in punches and blocks only being used at the start because you don't have enough perks. And so in order to fix this, fighters that have yet to ascend and are below level 25 now must participate in a quick introductory fight which skips them to level 25. This is pretty cool because, as Craig says, it means that you don't have to deal with just fighting with punches and blocks at the start. You can go straight to level 25 and get into the fun stuff. However, I do not think this is necessarily the best way of doing it. There's part of me that thinks that it would make more sense to skip that after you've already done it once than before then, because the whole point is that using punches and blocks is a bit of an introduction to the fighting, and so you use those first few levels to get used to how the system works. I feel like perhaps it would be better to do this only when somebody already has one fighter to level 25, so that the first fighter they go to level 25 on, they do have to learn how the system works with the punches and the blocks, but then after that they get to skip it. Maybe something like that would be kind of cool, because at that point you know how the system works and you're going to be fine with skipping it and getting straight into the interesting stuff. But throwing someone right into the deep end on their first fighter might not be the smartest thing. Overall, I would say this is pretty good. Like I say, I feel like there might have been better ways to do that, perhaps just reducing the amount of XP that you need to get to level 25 sooner. Hey, that's cool. But no, this is fine. I'm happy with this change. I think it's good. I just feel like there might have been better ways to do it, because it means that people are still going to have to repetitively get to level 25 with this boring stuff, because of course they're going to ascend and then the skipping isn't going to apply. And like I say, they don't get the introduction of having the simple card set at the start. So I don't know, depends. Of course, there is also the point that you get 3 perks on level 1 and only 1 perk for each 5 levels after that, which I feel like was there to solve this problem already, so you don't just have punch and block right from the start. You get 3 perks. But yeah, whatever. I get it. This is a nice change. Next we have, so with visiting, we can actually increase our levels. At the inanimate stage, players now have access to the pillow fight action. This action allows players to spend 20 AP in exchange for 1000 experience as a fighter, which is quite a lot of experience, and for 20 AP that's pretty fantastic. And then as koibito, they get pep talk, which is again 20 AP, but in exchange for 10 levels as a fighter. At worst is equivalent to 1000 experience exactly, so I assume that's levels 1 to 10 is 1000 experience. This is pretty cool. Worth noting that I have checked, and this means that if you are koibito, you do not have access to pillow fight, which is only at enamored. Koibito just gets pillow talk, pep talk. They don't get pillow fight. This is fine because they both cost the same AP, and this is 1000 XP anyway, so it makes sense. But there you go, 2 new actions to increase your XP. Both are fantastic, and I would recommend taking them. I've already recommended using your fighters as people that you visit beforehand so you can heal them for free, so you should be visiting your fighters, and this is now extra incentive to visit your fighters, because these 10 levels here, that is huge. That's huge, it really is. And you're going to be able to get to level 100 a lot faster now. You could even manually grind out the first 30 or so levels and then go for the pep talk after that. But it also means you can just keep visiting someone and keep grinding out Ascensions way faster. It's actually really good, and I love it. Grinding out Ascensions is going to be a lot easier now. And of course, visiting is easy already. You've just got the 10-hour cooldown. So just make sure you keep putting the effort in, keep getting your AP, and then you can get all of these levels. I think this is fantastic. It also means, of course, Koibito services just got a bit of an upgrade, because Pep Dog is huge, and people with level 70 or 80 fighters coming to Koibitos and asking them to take the Pep Talk action is certainly going to be a thing. So yeah, get your Koibitos ready. Try and get all of those popular characters that people are going to want to be using as fighters. It's going to be pretty fantastic, and yeah, would recommend going with this one. Next, we're got a rework on the daily command. This I don't think is too major. Basically, it's just going to be showing a bulletin build, and then you've got your quiz here, which shows your regular daily reward. This is, I guess, what the bulletin board says today, talking about the dojo stuff, and that's about it, really. So this is pretty cool. I like the fact that this exists. Like Craig says here, it means that an extra action required is to reach the question. So, oh no, you have to press a button, which is slightly sad. But Craig points that out. He's clearly aware, and as he kind of implies, this is pretty minor inconvenience, so I certainly wouldn't complain about it. It means that people that aren't in the hub server or don't bother reading these channels or, watching my videos can still find out about cool new features, which is pretty cool. So all in all, I'm very happy with this update. But now let's go and try it out. So here I've got my Eris, which I've just visited. If you've not seen my other dojo videos, I've accredited Eris with being my best fighter. So I've got her up to 200 AP, which is pretty nice. We can use that to get ourselves a bunch of levels. I am her koibito, so if we flip through, we will see the pep talk action grants 10 dojo levels. Now let's first check what level Eris is. There we go, 73. Which is an acceptable level, but I'm now going to use the pep talk action. We'll use it once, we'll use it twice. She should now be on 93, so I'm going to test out using it a third time and see if it goes to 100. Yep, there we go, it managed to work, and the action is no longer here. She should now be on level 100, and there you go, level 100. So we can straight away go into actions and go to ascend, and reroll a perk set. Let's find the level 31s. We've talked about these before. I rerolled these already, but I didn't get anything good from it, so we'll reroll them again. There's no way I'm ever going to spend 700 gems rerolling them, so we'll go with the quartz bits this time. That seems pretty good. Reroll them, and what do we get? We get Foreshadow, Ascents of Agility, and Stance Marauder. Let's go and have a better look at those, shall we? Perks, she's down to level 1 again. Level 30, let's have a quick look at these. So, apply 3 Wither to an enemy up to a maximum of 30 as an opener. Won't be using that, but nice. Double your agility to a maximum of 30. That's kind of nice. I do go with the buffs on Eris, but I much prefer the attacking buffs, so I don't know if I'm actually going to use that, but it is a hold, so I guess it's better than nothing, isn't it? And then we've got Marauder. Switch down to Marauder. At the start of your turn, gain 1 Berserk. When you trigger a Berserk, gain Fury. So that's kind of cool, but again, I don't think it's too good with this build. I can't pick it yet because, of course, we're all the way down to level 1. And I could enter the dojo, try and do a bit of grinding. I guess we'll do a couple of levels just to see how things go. Alright, I did a few rounds. We got to round 4, then I quit because I didn't want to go any further. We got a whole 1 level on Eris, which wasn't really worth doing. So I think we're just going to go straight in all the way from level 1. I was mostly just doing that to test if I wanted to go to level 10 and then maybe do the rest with AP, but I think the answer is no. The answer is no. We just want to go right for the AP all the way from level 1. It's more efficient. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go straight in to the visit, use Pep Talk again, and see how high we can get up. Unfortunately, we're not going to get all the way to level 100, but we're going to be pretty close, and I'm pretty happy with that. We can then equip that level 30 perk that we now have. There we go, back up to 72, which is pretty much the level that we started at, funnily enough. We'll go down to level 30 here. We can equip the Ascendance of Agility, build improved stonks, and then basically, once my date cooldown is up, I'm going to visit Eris and then get to level 100 again. I can try entering ranked with her because I've never managed it before, haha. And I think overall that's pretty good. It's going to take me a long time to ascend my perks such that I can actually make a build that I want, because even getting to a level 100 right away like that, I may be slightly misleading because, of course, I'd stored up a fair bit of AP before this video. And also, you have to ascend a lot of times before you get the perks that you want. But still, I certainly will be visiting my fighters as often as possible. My fighting team also consists of Yang, who I am also the koibito of. So I will be visiting her as well and trying to get her some extra ascensions. Unfortunately, my third fighter is Hisoka, and I'm definitely not the koibito of Hisoka. So I don't know, maybe I'll pay someone to get him a couple of ascensions. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the new feature. Free Ascensions as long as you visit. As always, I recommend picking fighters that you can visit, because even aside from this, it also means that you can actually heal them after battles, which is wonderful. Anyway, I will leave this video here. Bye!